Hey, what's up everybody? It's Aaron here with Iron Therapy Training, and today we're going to do a video on scapular winging. We're going to do a few exercises and techniques on how to fix and correct scapular winging and how to prevent injuries in the future. First, we're going to identify scapular winging, and I have Ashley here with me today. So usually we get scapular winging due to posture, bad posture, sitting forward, upper cross syndrome. And that is where your shoulder blade is actually winging out. And as you can see here, Ashley does struggle with a little bit of scapular winging. When this goes on for a long period of time, it's gonna start causing shoulder trouble, especially when you're benching or doing things like that. You might have some pains. So without correcting this, your range of motion and the quality of your shoulder movement is going to be decreased dramatically. All right, so after we identified scapular winging in her posture, now we know the pec minor is really tight and her pecs are really tight. So we're going to place this foam roll right under her pec minor, right under the armpit, and we're going to have her roll it back and forth and find a spot that's hurting, and we're going to hold that spot for about 30 seconds. So during the overhead squat assessment, as we were doing before we did this, we did identify that her lats are also really tight. So what we're gonna do is place this foam roll on her lat area. We're gonna have her roll back and forth, and we're gonna, again, find that spot that's hurting with a little bit of tension, and we're gonna hold that spot for about 30 seconds. Now, when you hold a muscle, when you're foam rolling for about 30 seconds or longer, it'll give that muscle time so it can release. Next step that we're gonna do after foam rolling the chest and foam rolling the muscles that are tight, we need to stretch them. So this is an example of a pec stretch that we're doing here. And she's gonna put her arm up on the ball here and lean down forward. And we're really trying to release that pec so we can get more movement out of the shoulder. Now remember, with these corrective stretches and this corrective techniques that we're using, you do want to hold these stretches for 30 seconds to 60 seconds, sometimes even longer, so we can get that muscle to stretch and release. All right, so right now what we're going to be doing is stretching her lat. We're going to have her on her hands and knees here. We're going to elevate one hand up on the ball, and what she's trying to do is reach forward with her arm as much as she can, and she's going to want to pull back on this hip here towards the back of the room while she's reaching forward. Basically, we're trying to lengthen the lat right here to release some of that shoulder tension that she has going on right now. All right, so after we foam rolled and stretched all those muscles, we've lengthened them out, we released them. Now we got to activate the weak muscles so we can catch them up. These muscles get weak due to bad posture, again, leaning forward. So we're going to strengthen them. Right now we're going to get them activated. So Ashley, I'm going to have her use her hand weight. We're going to have our thumbs pointing towards the ceiling. We're going to go up to a Y. We're going to activate these rhomboids, 1, 2, and we're going to come down slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. So I'm going to have you keep your neck nice and straight there. Tuck the chin and pull the neck back. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Still doing some more activation. I'm gonna have Ashley do some T's. So we're gonna retract with the shoulder blades. We're gonna come back with the T. We're gonna keep the neck nice and straight. Come back with the T there as far as you can, and then back down. Now Ashley, I'm gonna have you straighten out your elbows just a little bit more. Straight back fly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, and we're activating the rhomboids, the mid to lower traps a little bit, and right now the rear delts. Okay, now we're gonna do some A's. So we did the Y's, we did the T's. Again, this is some more activation. Down here on the A's, we're gonna feel it a lot more down here in the mid to lower traps. We're still kind of working on the rhomboids, mid to lower trap area. That's gonna help support the scapular winging. Right now we're just activating. So Ashley, I'm gonna have your palms forward. We're gonna keep the neck nice and neutral. We're gonna tuck the chin, pull the neck back. We want this nice and straight, and we're gonna go ahead and pull back with those shoulder blades. So you want these shoulder blades to pull back, and she's gonna pop that chest forward. Right now she should be feeling it quite a bit right here. Are you feeling it here, Ashley? And up in these rhomboids, mid to lower trap area, and then back down. Now she wants to come back with the shoulder blades and pop that chest forward. And you need to keep the neck nice and neutral. If you're feeling it a lot in the triceps, try to go a little bit wider with your arms, and you'll get that feeling to go away in the triceps where you can focus more on the back. All right, next, after we do all the activation on the rhomboids, mid to lower traps, now we need to put them to work. We need to put some strengthening techniques to this, okay? So Ashley, I'm gonna have her sit on this bench with her feet on the ground, not on the platform. We're gonna have her feet on the ground. We're gonna keep the weight really light. We do not want a lot of weight, but we wanna get the right form and the movement of the shoulder blades that we can. So we don't want other muscles to take over right now. So Ashley, we're gonna have you pull back, and we're gonna wanna retract these shoulder blades and pinch this together like you're squeezing a pencil in between them shoulder blades, and then we're gonna come out slow. So go ahead and give me a good pull. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We're gonna pull. 1, 2, and we're gonna come out slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, while we're doing this, we do not want excessive arch down here in the low back. We do just want to focus on the shoulder blades retracting and doing the movement where you're kind of popping that chest forward and coming out slow. Now, Ashley, I'm gonna have her show you guys an example of what we don't want to see. So go ahead and give me a little bit extra arch here in the back. Keep arching a little bit more. All right, now give me a good pull. So now that you see how the back is arching, we don't want that excessive of an arch. We want to try to keep this more neutral down here that we can, so we can focus on the muscles up here and not create more of an anterior pelvic tilt in the pelvis. Now go ahead, do one more for me, Ashley. Another thing to look out for when you're rowing is come back with those elbows a little bit farther. Now, a lot of clients will try to show us how much more range of motion they can get by pulling back farther, and you don't want that shoulder rounding forward. So if you see the shoulder rounding forward, you're going too far. The scapula only comes back to a certain degree, and when this happens, that shoulder rounds forward and lifts this scapula up down here. So we want to avoid that. We want to keep where the shoulder blades come back and not round that shoulder forward, okay? All right, now, with scapular winging, this is a big one here. Along with strengthening the mid to lower traps and the rhomboids, we're gonna wanna work on the serratus muscle. So we're gonna do some straight arm lat pull downs here. And remember, this is gonna be working her lat quite a bit, but we're also gonna keep this weight really light. We're gonna have her slightly bend forward. We're gonna keep it really light so we can try to hit her serratus muscle right here on top of her ribs. So she's gonna pull back just like she is. She's gonna pop that chest forward, and she's gonna come up really slow. So with the serratus pull downs here, you really hit the serratus more indirectly on the negatives here. So you really wanna come up really, really slow. And I'm telling you, you wanna use a light weight. She could do more weight here, but we're gonna bypass some muscles and we're not gonna use the correct muscles. So we wanna keep this back kind of neutral here. We don't want an excessive arch. Show an excessive arch. No, yep, there we go. So we don't want to excessively arch the back. Go ahead and flatten that back out. And we're gonna come straight down, pop that chest forward, hold for 2 seconds, and then up slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then back down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget, guys, it's Aaron here with Iron Therapy Training, and this was a video today on scapular winging, some exercise tips to fix scapular winging. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click that follow button. We'll see you guys soon.